Okay.
They're still.
It's not always. All right. Council, you have in front of you the meetings that we have already set. And last night, we set June the 22nd as a special meeting. So you have in front of you the meetings that we have already set. And last night, we set June Okay, sorry. Michael, sorry. Technical difficulties. Yeah, technical difficulties. Okay, go ahead. Thank you.
Sorry, Madam Mayor, just a reminder that the one on 2nd of June has been canceled.
Oh, yes. Yeah, council, this one on June 2nd has been canceled.
I'm sure you're ready to go.
Okay, we're gonna go to reports. Mr. Garrow, are you on the phone?
I'm here. I'm live.
Good. Could we have your report, please?
Absolutely. Can I share screen, please, Sue?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, you got me there?
We do, thank you.
Okay. On the fire side, items of interest since the last meeting, March 24th, 25th, we had first aid, CPR, AED, O2 training, all certified up to date for 17 firefighters. March 25th and the 30th, we had a new fire hall progress meeting, and we had some pictures that were taken at the end of that meeting. So these are about 3 weeks old, but you can see it's starting to take shape. We've got the couple of different views of the exterior, and we have the mezzanine now in place, and then a picture from the mezzanine. This is underneath the softening in at the front entranceway. April 1st, I had KPS reading session and fire prevention training via Zoom with the school. April the 6th, we had an MSA flow testing completed on all SCBAs. We have 17 SCBAs. The reason for 17 is we have, you put a squad of 4 together with a backup squad is 8. So you need 8 for Round Lake, you need 8 for Killaloe, and we had 1 extra for parts. This year we broke down on 2 before he was able to service them. Parts are no longer available. We happen to have a couple in our museum, and we scrounge parts off of that to give me certification for 17. But we'll be talking about the need for this next year for sure. April 14th, we did the MNRF firelight. Hello?
Sorry, Bob, can I
Okay,
just?
April 14th.
I want council to know.
Go ahead.
I think we talked about those units, the SCBA units, and Bob reminded me that, so we don't have any new ones, and they're $11,000 each. And so we would need at least, what, 24 units, Bob?
No, we could still do the 17. We could take it over a couple of years, but at about 11, well, then you add your taxes and all that lovely stuff to it. So you're adding up to a good $100,000 for the next couple of years, just on a CBA replacement.
Just so council is aware of the budget requirement that's going to be needed over the years. And I guess the best we'll be able to do is we'll have to get a couple a year, Bob. Is that sort of what the intent is?
That's what my intent is, fast forward over the next 2 years.
Okay, thank you. You could continue then, please. Pardon me?
Okay, on April the 14th, we did the MNRF Fireland classroom training. This is necessary to maintain our contract with Ministry of Natural Resources. And tonight they're actually doing the operational training for the hose and water and whatnot online. Okay, fire responses.
Bob, can we stop you a second? Counselor Keel has a question.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Bob, did you say 4 over the next 2 years? Sorry, for
Did I say what for the next 2 years?
4.
4 SCB packs or whatever you're.
Okay, turn it. You turned it. Sorry, go
You
ahead.
can shut that
How many SCBA's are you buying each year over the next 2 years?
1 year 8, 1 year 9.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Fire responses, since we last met on March the 24th, we've been busy. We've had 12 calls in the last 27 days. March 26th, we had a shed fire across from 767 Stone Church. April 1st, we had a truck fire at 319 O'Grady Settlement. I thought I'd take this neat picture of 5 of our vehicles lined up on the laneway here. They had fun backing out of that. You'll see this classic vehicle caught on fire. Okay, April the 4th, we had a grass fire at 601 Byers Creek Road. April the 8th, we had a burning complaint at 23 Cooper Lane. We had another one the same day, a burning pile of building remains at 1276 Cardinal Road. This was sufficient. We had to bring in a truck and foam it and try and put it out from that. Here's our guys working it. You'll see just by putting water on it, the steam was there. It was quite hot. We sealed it with foam, or so we thought. Then we had a burning complaint at 3698 Round Lake Road. And it was, we managed to get there. Our first firefighters were on scene within 5 minutes of the call, so they managed to contain it very quickly. The grass fire at 193 Bear Trail. And we, on April the 12th, we had daytime burning complaint at 120 Queen Street. What's interesting here is on April 13th, the burning pile of building remains rekindled at 1276 Cardinal Road. This was filling in a deep basement. The pile is much, much bigger than 6 by 6. It's like catching a tree root on fire and going underground. So we had to get the backhoe in, and we sprayed every load coming up, and we sprayed a hole behind it. Daytime burning complaint on the 14th at 723 O'Grady Settlement, and another one later in the day at 115577 Highway 60. The last one we had was yesterday, April 19th, grass fire starting a trailer on fire at 40 Keach. You'll see it's about 3/4 of an acre burnt, but the trailer kind of got it as well. So what I wanted to get into here is the fireworks for Canada Day 2021. We've got the information back from the company. What the plan is, they will shoot Killaloe as they've been doing it in the past, using both school locations. Okay, and for the Cheryl Boyle Park, of course, they're going to set up on the beach there. This will be a new use for us here down Deer Trail Lane, and we're going to work with hopefully the Round Lake Property Owners Association to get some type of boat spectator boundary set up here, either using buoys or boats. And we'll work with Rob Norris on that, see if we can get that in place. So what we have on the contract, both locations, that basically reads the same for July 1st, except that the Cheryl Boyle Park are starting 1 hour earlier, because then they move over at 11 o'clock to Killaloe. So 11, you're going to get the crew with the fireworks and equipment arrive on site. Crew secures the site. They start constructing the mortar racks, and by 2 o'clock, that's all completed. Then I'll be dealing with the crews over there. We'll talk about security protocols and safety plans. At 3 o'clock, they're starting to load the shells into the mortars. So at 3 o'clock, we're going to need a truck at each location, and a truck will require at least 2 people. So we will have 6 people there minimum till the end of the night. There may be swap out of individuals, but we'll still have at least 6 on stat and on strength. And there may be a couple on the firing line. Then they show you all this lovely stuff where they're checking with the administrators, the final details, and we'll get everything figured out, ready to go. They start firing at 10 o'clock. Show concludes, well, actually, it's going to conclude at 10:25 because our contract was for 25 minutes. They're going to check for unexploded mortars and clean up and exit the grounds. So that's what the plan is now for Canada Day with fireworks. The last thing I have on the fire side is the Fire Staffing Committee interviewed Julia Orlowska and recommend her being hired as a probationary firefighter effective tomorrow. She is fluent in English, English and Polish, and she's completed her training at college. She got a certification there, recertified as Gold Seal with the OFMEM. I think this would be a very good prospect. So I think we need a resolution for that, Sue.
Discussion on the motion.
I hear nothing. Here we go.
Are you okay? Bob?
I'm good, yeah. I didn't hear anything for the last 30 seconds.
All
You
right.
want me to continue?
No, I need a vote on the motion.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Any questions, council, on the motion? All those in favor? It's carried. Okay, Bob?
Thank you. CEMC initiatives, March 26th, we had a COVID-19 ministry municipal meeting. We generally have those every week. On the 29th, we had an EOCG. On the 31st, we had call number 2 for the spring freshet for the county. And then we had an EOCG on the 6th. And on April the 7th, we had a 3rd meeting. And what's interesting this year is that's the last meeting. We called them all off. There is virtually no snow load. The high water had already gone through. They were starting to set everything up for summer lake levels, etc. So unless something out of the ordinary occurs, we're finished with the freshet for this year. April 9th, we had another COVID-19 ministry municipal meeting, as we did on the 16th. And on the 16th, we had an EOCG. And we also had our MNRF Fireline classroom training. What I want to put in here now is in Renfrew County and District update. Confirmed cases as per today's page. 524 cases resolved at 481, was still with the 4 deaths. Ontario, I've expanded the numbers for interest today. Confirmed cases at 421,442. Resolved at 370,884, deaths at 7,735. Hospitalized cases of COVID is 2,202. In ICU, 787, and in ICU and ventilators out of that is 516. Excuse me. This is your numbers as far as Ontario is concerned. Male 209,133, females 209,716. So they're pretty well matched 1 and 1 there. 19 and under 63,718. You'll notice a big spike in the 20 to 39 age group at 154, 763. 40 to 59 is 121 to 369. 60 to 79 years of age, 58, 684. And 80 plus at 22,803. National, as of April the 18th, confirmed cases 1.13 million, resolved cases at 1.02 million, deaths at 23,667. International, as of this was today at 11:27 Green Meridian time, it's confirmed cases 142,813,390. I see, Sue, just the numbers are making you put on your mask. There you go. Resolved cases, 121,350,864, with deaths at 3,046,230. This is your normal vaccination tracker. It gives you your count for today, et cetera. So you have almost 4 million people with vaccine in their arm in Ontario. The specifics for Canada by province and Canada override, or total rather. So they've cleared 10 million in Canada as of today. Then we get into our lovely regular charts here. What do we have? We've got the 524. So you've got 32 in self-isolation, 4 hospitalized, 3 in intensive care. The 481 are resolved. This is the one we usually look at to see where the threats are right now. Edmundston Bromley, you have, they've got a running total of 8, and they have somewhere between 1 and 4 active cases. Arnprior, 44 cumulative, 1 to 4 right now. Greater Madawaska has 24 cases with 1 to 4. Town of Head Clare Mariah only had 1 to 4 once upon a time. Township of Horton is 28 with 1 to 4. Township of Killuhagany Richard, 1 to 4. I didn't know we had a case. When did that come up? Today?
Yeah, yesterday.
Okay, hadn't seen that one. Okay, Township of Laurentian Valley, 65 with 1 to 4. Madawaska Valley, 34 with 8. That's 8 current out there. McNabb, Braeside, 39 and 6. You've got North Algona Wilberforce, 1 to 4 at 1 to 4. Pembroke, 59 at 1 to 4. Petawawa, 68, 1 to 4. 38 at 1 to 4. And that was for Renfrew. And Whitewater Region, 78 with 1 to 4. So we've got 13 or so townships on our list with current active people. Do I have anything else? That's all I added for today.
Okay, thank you very much, Bob. Council, do you have any
Alrighty.
questions? Oh, Bob, Council, do you have any questions of our fire chief? Brian?
Just a question, Bob. I was looking through the Ottawa Valley business here, and I see where the Ontario government has announced a $5 million grant to municipal fire services. North Algona got a chunk of that, and I wondered if we were involved in that program at all.
Yeah, go ahead, Bob.
Yes, I think that we did put for grant money on that. I forget the exact number. Sue, you put the paperwork out of here on that. Remember what that was? $5,100 or something?
5,100, isn't that the grant? We got 5,100, and Bob, we applied for the training. And the laptops.
Okay, good. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
All right.
Any other questions of our fire chief? Okay, thank you very much. To the public and council, we're gonna go offline for a minute. We're having trouble with our owl. And so we're just gonna go off for a few minutes. They're gonna reboot and see if we can get back on for the public, okay? So we'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you very much. And to the staff, hang on, we'll be back, okay? Thank you.